It always happens like this. I'm already filled all these feeders and most of them are almost empty. So let me get on with this. I'm going to do a real quick zip around the deck. I wasn't going to, but I'm working on a project and I thought, you know, I should do an update on just my sweet potatoes. So let's take a walk over there because I really haven't done that much new. Well, I guess I have. I've been working on fountains. And then I've also been working on some of the plants that I want to set up on the deck. And I've been picking tomatillos that grew up here. Aren't these great? I'm so excited. I'm going to wash all these off, peel them, and freeze them. They're still full. And then once they're done, I can get something else in there. Except, look, marigolds are popping up everywhere. Literally, not just zinnias, but marigolds. This is zinnias. And then I've got lettuce growing in here. I've got more marigolds. I just planted this, a brassica. It was sitting in a pot that I was taking the soil from, and I thought I'd stick it in there for fun. I've got this one. Do you know what that is? And I've got another one over there. Hummingbird lunch. They're so easy to propagate. I'm going to have to show you how to do that. But this is what I wanted to show you today. This is what this is on today. Strictly an update on what's going on. Let me see if I can move this. I put this flag here so on really hot days I could cover it because believe it or not, the sweet potato looked like it was not happy with the hot sun because the wall is so warm. This is the sweet potato I did those 2 videos on. And let me tell you something, this has been fantastic. It is so long now. And now that we're in November, it really is not the right time to think about growing sweet potatoes. So what I'm going to do is very soon, as soon as we have a cold snap come in, I'll either move the dish pan, this is a dish pan, into a sheltered area that might be a little warmer. Gary's got a room that he set up kind of like a greenhouse. Or I'll start cutting a lot of slips, which I'm going to do soon anyways. Now, I can keep slips for months because I had one on my windowsill for about 6 months. And then what will happen is February and March, as we're coming out of winter and going into spring, I can start getting it planted so I can have a summer crop. That's what I'm going to do. But my biggest thing was getting this sweet potato to grow. Because if you watch the original video, they had a growth inhibitor on there. I went over the whole thing because this is what they do in the stores when you're buying. Look at this, she's going to catch a fly. See the fly? She's waiting. She's going to pounce. Anyways, going back to grocery stores. Our food, a lot of it now, even if it's labeled organic, because this has nothing to do whether it's organic or not, they do put growth inhibitors on that. And the reason they do that is if they sell a sweet potato or other vegetables as well, they'll start to grow a lot of times right in the store. Ginger, turmeric, all that. So they don't want that. They want it to last on the shelf for many, many months. And so a growth inhibitor will stop that process of trying to grow. Now, the problem was I was trying to grow these sweet potatoes over a year ago and they wouldn't grow. They literally rotted. There was no way. And all of a sudden I had kept some. One of them started to grow and now I can get that sweet potato to grow as long as I can keep it alive. Leaving it out here, I'm not sure if it will do good because of the wall is so warm. I'm going to leave it for as long as possible because who knows, I might be able to get some new little sweet potatoes off of it. But if not, I at least now have the plant alive because now I can do major slip cuttings. Look at this. They're all over the place. This thing just literally took off days ago and it's just going crazy. If I leave it down there, she'll eat it if she finds it. She loves ripping up plants when she can find them close enough for her to reach. Now what's going on here is I layer, and by layering, let me put this down. It keeps it nice and damp. And I'm trying to see, I don't see any earthworms right now or anything. But I pile leaves under here. Now there was a second potato and I can see it's not growing. It's not coming up at all. I didn't think so. And I was lucky to get this one, but look at all the growth in there. Can you see that? Is that not fabulous? Look at this. You can take the yellow leaf off. We don't. Look at all the new growth. So I want this potato to do its thing. I want to be able to, look, the truth is, I don't even care if I get any sweet potatoes off of it. Because once I've got the cuttings off of this, I can go for it. Now, that particular company, it looks like they have their own sweet potato, their own variety that they developed. So I don't even think I could buy this one, but I can grow it for myself now because it's fabulous. It is so good and sweet. They've got them in the grocery stores. But again, you can't really buy them to grow because it took an entire year for the growth inhibitor to get off of it. Now, there are foods in our store, including sweet potatoes, that are irradiated. If you ever see, like, there's purple sweet potatoes that come in, if they do come in from Hawaii, all of those have been treated and irradiated, which is completely different from a growth inhibitor. Those potatoes are as dead as a doornail, okay? No matter what you do, they will not grow. But all of those being shipped in, some of the varieties are radiated and there's no bringing them back. It's as if you put them in the microwave and basically cooked them, but what it does is it cooks them. It kills everything inside, so there's nothing you can do to bring it back. Growth inhibitors are different. A lot of your ginger and turmeric are treated with that, and you can soak it off. Even sometimes garlic is treated that way. She's very interested, aren't you? You want to know what I have to say. So on this one, I called the company and they had a growth inhibitor on it, and it took a year. 1 whole year from last year I bought it to get one potato to make it, and now I should be able to get this going. So I wanted to share that with you because I am excited about this. I can do all these cuttings now, and then I can get tons of plants growing. I told Gary I want him to get this in his garden as well. He's got them in the ground, growing everywhere, because I want to keep this variety for ourselves. It's such a deep orange potato and so sweet. It was just so good, and I'm just so happy to get it going. So that's what it looks like now. You saw it a few weeks ago, and now it has taken off and it's just growing more and more. And I don't want to disturb it too much, but I can do tip cuttings off of it without a problem. And remember, if you're making green drinks or whatever you want to do, you can eat the leaves. Now, I don't want to take anything from the plant because I want this plant to be really healthy and strong. Taking leaves, a few of them won't hurt, but if you take too many, remember, those leaves are feeding what's underground. All plants. It brings in what they need to their roots. So you don't want to take too many of that. But there it is. So that's the update. That's what's going on. And it was a full success on getting that potato to grow. So I hope you enjoyed this. Keep in mind, if you buy any sweet potatoes this time of the year, you may not be able to get them to grow if they're from the grocery store. You may be able to ask around at a farmer's market, but let me tell you, some of those farmers markets, they get their produce from other areas too, not always from their backyard, and they may not know there's a growth inhibitor. You'll know. You'll put your toothpicks in it, stick it in a jar, and all it will do is sit there. Many times, it won't even rot with the growth inhibitor. They'll just sit there. It's amazing for weeks and weeks without doing a single thing, but it won't grow. So anyways, that's the update. Hope you enjoyed this, and I can't wait to start getting tons of cuttings off of this, and next year to start getting a lot of vegetables from this sweet potato. Right, Zoe? You like sweet potato. You love sweet. Look at her with her tongue. I don't know. Does your tongue not fit in your mouth? You don't like the wind, do you? I know. The weather's changing. Look at our weather. I don't know if we're going to go. Look at how many birds looking at me. If we're going to go cool or what we're going to do, but the weather has changed again, which it's been changing all year. With that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. I'm really excited about that.